much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems.
Put your feet up, get your mind right. It's Slim J, and we're going live. Tune into the Slim J show, yeah. It's just my opinion. Unfiltered, real talk, no limits, no dominion. Tap in, unwind, kick it with your girl tonight. Slim J is live and the vibe is feeling right. Just my opinion. Yeah, we're seeing what really happens. She's keeping it 100, she ain't checking for a script. If it's on her mind, you know it's coming off her lips. The things most won't talk about, yeah, she going there. With a smile and a laugh, she's stripping down the layers of no filters, no fluff, just a raw reaction. In a world of fake news, she's the main attraction. Cracking jokes, doing the most, keeping the energy high. But she keeps it grounded like a cloud in the sky. From the deep dives to the side eye, she's seeing it all, bringing the heat while she's standing tall. It's a safe space to vent, it's a place to be free, just a woman. I know that's right, and a whole community. Don't just listen, unwind. The truth is better when it's shared, one opinion at a time. You're locked in. The Slim J Show. Real talk, real reactions. Let's see what happens. Put your feet up, get your mind right. It's Slim J, and we're going live. with your girl tonight. Slim J is live and the vibe is feeling right. Just my opinion. Yeah, we're seeing what really happens. No filters, no fluff, just a raw reaction. In a world of fake news, she's the main attraction. Cracking jokes, doing the most, keeping the energy high. But she keeps it grounded like a cloud in the sky. From the deep dives to the side eye, she's seeing it all. Bringing the heat while she's standing tall. It's a safe space to vent, it's a place to be free. Just a woman, I know that's right. And a whole community. Locked in. Real talk. Let's see what happens.
Well, hello. I miss you guys. Thank you for tuning in with Slim J, just my opinion. Hope everybody had a good day at work. Didn't do like I did and got wet. It's hard to walk around with a wet ass all day. Well, JG, how was your day at the JOB?
My day wasn't bad. I mean, I wasn't walking around wet, but I felt very moist. So it's always that. Hate being moist in that Houston weather.
Yes.
And I had on jeans too. So yeah.
I know. My jeans was gripping my little back because I ain't
Hey.
got no ass. Got that disease, no ass at all. But anyway, I apologize for the absence that I had. Of course, I have the braces in my mouth, and I am of age. Well, we have to get things checked out. You know, whether we don't want to, we need to. But that's another conversation that I will be getting to you later because I think a lot of us people need to get out there and get some things checked out. Some things that may go up into some spots that you may do or you may not enjoy. I don't know. 'Cause I know my stuff say exit only. But anywho, we'll deal with that later. But again, I thank you all for tuning in with Slim J, just my opinion. And we'll give y'all time to, get in and do the things that you like to do. And that's get your snacks or whatever it is that you do when you look at Slim J, just my opinion. You got JG.
All right. Also, guys, since we are waiting, let me go ahead and throw up the graphic real quick while you guys are getting your popcorn and everything together. We know we reused the graphic, but it matched what we're going to be talking or Slim's going to be talking about tonight. I also want to keep in mind that once we are done here, if you're still looking for a conversation, you can always head over to Nino Nation. They are doing a review tonight. So once you get done over here, Slim, go on over there and see them, vice versa. If you are watching from the Nino Nation for the rewatch, we appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching on the rewatch party. And we're acknowledging you guys, Untouchable Empire. So make sure you guys rock out with them like they are rocking out with us. Also, I want to make sure that you are aware of Slim's Cash App. She does have a Cash App. Let me see, where is it at? So what we want to do is we want to support the goal for Slim. We want to do a $15 goal, especially on the rewatch. So if you got that, go ahead and send it to her. All proceeds will be going 100% to Slim. So as soon as you pay her, I can pay her. So that's how they go. But we also have another goal as well. We want to support her. We need 5 subscribers for this video. Each video we want 5 subscribers. Okay. Now if you do more, that's great. So
Don't
please
forget
make
to
sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. That's 5, right? Is that 4? But tell another friend just in case. All right, because we got to get Slym monetized. Okay,
that part.
we got to get Slym monetized, and we got to get her on different shows, and we got to get her on the circuit. So we're gonna do our part. We just want you, if you really value what Slym is doing, because he's having these hard conversations that a lot of people don't want to have, and he's having them very genuine from a point of view that is hard to match. So we want to make sure that if you like real, raw conversations and entertainment, that you support her brand. And we are back with Slim J.
So make sure that you hit that like, subscribe, and that share button. Share it with a friend. Share it with someone that you think that need this education on different things as domestic violence. And that is always my main topic. Because you know what, guys and ladies, there is so many cases on domestic violence. And tonight, they haven't even got a chance to even live life. It's called the youth domestic violence. So y'all gotta go ahead and make sure you get your popcorns or whatever things that you do to look at Slim J. Just my opinion. And again, you have time to hit that like button and that share button with other people that you like and want to hear this conversation, and probably need to share with them. And you probably don't know how to tell them, girl, this is what you really need to do. Dude, my nickel. This is what you really need to do to make this situation go away and make it better for you and to get out of toxic ass relationships. But before we do that, you know what we got to do? We got to hit those reactions.
Go ahead and pull them up real quick. Guys, make sure if you want Slim to react to a certain something, y'all be sure to let her know, okay? Send it to her.
And again, those people that have summary reactions, I hope that I had got a chance to, get them out and on air. If I haven't, just resend them to me because I have really, really been busy, not with just, my job, my side job, but just actually, my health and trying to get myself back on track and trying to make sure that, I'm trying to live as long as I can live. You know what I'm saying? And with that said, we're going to hit these reactions.
Yeah. Hold on one second. We just
Uh-oh, we
trying to
on
get it
hold.
right. We're
Sorry,
trying
the
to get
number
it
that you
right.
have reached is
I
no
know,
longer in
right?
service.
So Restream did an update, and they don't let people know when they're doing the update. So
Hmm.
all the controls are different now. So I am doing my level best, guys, to make it so that there we go. Let me. We almost
Yeah,
there. We
we
almost
almost
there.
there. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I passed the
I'm
urn
on my
today,
way.
and you see my hair. I gotta see. See if y'all don't want me to keep coming up here looking like this at times, just go ahead, send $1 or something. I
That's
can get the
crazy.
eyebrow done, a eyebrow done.
And still I rise. Okay. Let's do it.
Mom, I'm pregnant. Who's that filthy bastard? Bring him here!
I'm not going to tell you my name, but I'm a very famous man. I have a family, kids, I can't leave them. But I won't abandon your daughter either. Here's what I decided. If your daughter has a boy, he'll inherit 2 of my factories, $20 million, an education at Harvard, and your daughter will get $2 million a year for life. If she has a girl, she'll inherit my plant, $10 million, an education at Oxford, and your daughter will get $1 million a year for life. But if she has a miscarriage...
If she has a miscarriage, you're gonna f her one more time.
Mom, I'm pregnant.
Yes.
You gonna plant that seed, helpful, whether you want to or not.
Facts on that.
Put that water on there.
Let me I think I might have another one for you because I just realized we did watch all of these. So let me
And that's
see.
crazy. have to,
It's okay.
like I said, y'all just gotta forgive me because I've been trying to stay on top of this, trying to do no.
Oh wait, I know what we could do.
So Jeremy's trying to think of something new that we can do, and I'm just like y'all. I'm a pause.
So let me ask you a question. Do you remember
Do you
Mr.
remember the time?
Mervin Seeley?
Mm-mm.
You remember Mervin?
Mm,
No, don't ring the bell.
no.
Well, shout out to you, Mervin. You've been sending me reactions for my show, which I ain't done yet. So we gonna go ahead and play them over here.
Aha! I
Aha.
know. It
So,
started to go into the range. I think I registered the name now. Sorry,
mhm.
I'm not AI. I'm human. It takes a little time for me to grasp it, what's going on.
It's all right.
Just-
Now his is a little bit. Well, we'll try one because they match me a little bit better, but we'll see what happens.
Well, let's
So here
do
we
it.
go. All right.
Barack Obama was made president for several reasons. We discussed some of them before. But a big reason why he was made president, as far as elections go, is because white America needed to give black America the illusion of inclusion. White America needed to give black America the illusion of inclusion art. So they gave us a black president to
Mhm.
distract us from the hell to come after he left office. So they
I see
said,
that.
let's give these politically uneducated, religious, and emotional Negroes a black president. And while they celebrate Barack Obama, who's going to do nothing for them, while they celebrate him for 8 years, we are going to engineer the greatest electoral takeover in American history, a coup d'etat of the black vote. And every black person, Art, who sat up there when Obama got elected in '08, who celebrated Obama from '09 to 16, every black person who told the world, Barack Obama doesn't have to do anything for me except be black.
Mm.
Barack Obama doesn't have to do anything for me except be black. Art, we need to round them Negroes up. They need to have their melanin snatched, and they need to get 5,000 lashes apiece. Why? Because if Barack Obama doesn't have to serve the interests of black people as a black president, if Barack Obama doesn't have to serve the interests of black people as a black president, I damn sure as Donald Trump don't have to serve black interests. I damn sure as Joe Biden don't have to serve black interests. And whoever becomes president from here on out, Art, they can ignore black people. Why? Because we set a precedent under Obama where we let him ignore us, do nothing at all, specifically and particularly for black people, and he got away with it.
How you feel about that, Slim?
That's deep. That's deep. And this was put out before y'all president came back into the surroundings.
We
Eh,
go with this y'all stuff. Yeah.
yeah, I definitely got to go with y'all because it is what it is. But I mean, hey, this is some facts. This is like wow. So, huh. I
So
got
you
to say that's deep.
do you agree with him though? Like you pretty much saying since the black people didn't hold Obama to a standard that really, if we're gonna be honest, was unrealistic. But since we didn't hold him to a standard to do something specifically for black people, that we gave up our vote because he was the first black president, right? So like, how was he supposed to get stuff passed if he was like Ebony Magazine black? You know,
I
you
mean,
get what I'm saying, or am I doing too
n-
much?
no, I mean, I agree with you with that. But I look at it like this: just getting, like they said, just getting a black president in there got a lot of people off guard on what was going on behind the scene, you know,
Yeah,
and they already knew that with a black president, whether the people was, politics, I mean, I'm sorry, Democrat or Republic,
Hmm.
that they was only going to let President Obama do so much. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because if you think about it and look at the situation as now, look the bullshit that Donald Trump is doing. I mean, he's getting away with like a bunch of BS. And Obama was only getting certain things that he can get done because the House disagreed with him, or he didn't have enough votes on the things or the choice that he wanted, to do.
Hmm.
But you have Trump that's in there, and he don't much weight on the House to vote on certain things. He just go ahead and make his own choice. I feel that Obama really went by the the procedure of getting things done, and Trump's don't go by the procedure of getting done, things done.
Hmm.
And they knew if they put a black president in there, they assumed that the black president was not going to have as much as knowledge that he did have to run the country for not only 4 years but 8 years. Okay, Obama went in and killed this main person. You got to look this up because I'm not going to get into this. I'm not big on politics
No,
and
this ain't
shit.
your bad. We
Yeah,
understand.
but Slim J, and I'm going to make my opinion. When President Obama was in the chair and he needed to take care of a situation or a person, he did it silently. He did not, sit up here and make a big announce of what he was going to do. He got it done, and he got it done silently. With Trump, he sit up there and he's more like he have to let everybody know what he's going to do, what he's thinking about doing, and he don't give a hell what he don't care what nobody else think. He make the shit happen, and guess what? Everybody that supposed to vote to say, hey, yay or nay, it don't matter what the freak you say because he do it anyways. So he have, maybe it's that knowledge that yeah, everybody's focused on the the dumb Donald Trump situation. Trying to think of good words to say. I don't want to get bashed. I know he got a little power and shit. I don't want to get hit with it, but
What?
he he have this thing where he know he can do whatever the hell he want to do. He can say whatever the hell he want to do. With President Obama, he went by the book. You know what I'm saying? And he made sure that he let the world know that black people are not stupid or like a little slow when it's time to get things done. But if you don't have the people behind you to make the situation happen, then it's hard to do. So yeah, I
Okay.
agree with it because he had everybody that was black or that was maybe poor or whatever their situation was to vote for Obama. They chose to vote for him for a certain reason, and a lot of people did vote for him. Sorry, because he was black and they was black and they wanted to see that history. But not only that he made history, but he also helped what he stood for, and he meant what he stood for. Donald Trump is just sitting up there screwing people in the ear and letting
What?
y'all hear BS. And you're going for it because Donald Trump is sitting up there letting y'all focus on other stuff while he over here moving things a different way. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to explain with that is that Obama put it out there. He explained to you what he was going to do and was trying to do. What he was trying to do and going to do, he needed the House to vote with him. He was trying to go with that, but they wanted to go against, that. Y'all knew what happened if these last those years that he was there. But with some of it, he got it done. With or without y'all, he got it done. And now that y'all got y'all Donald Trumps in here, like I said, again, he's doing things that he say, "Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that." Well, now I have seen for my own self, and again, I don't give a damn about politics, but I do pay attention now because of JG. Got me paying attention to this shit.
You're
He,
welcome.
thank you. He's saying a lot of things and he's doing a lot of things, but the promise that he had opposed to y'all when he was trying to run again for the president position, he giving y'all pennies when he promised y'all $1, if you understand what I'm saying. So yeah, he have y'all focus on this BS over here because he's in the media. He's doing more things in the media than some of the Kardashians, some of the people that really got some BS going up in their life, all that drama, toxic ass shit. That's what Trump is doing, and he have people focus on BS. While he have people focus on that BS, then he over here making some other he make money move. Okay, I don't dance now. I
I
make
made
money
my
moves.
move.
Hey,
Hey.
hey. So hey, it is what it is.
Oh my.
Hmm.
Okay. I
But it's just
like
Slim
it.
J, just my opinion.
And this has been Receipts Pulled with Slim J. Just my opinion. Ching ching.
Hey, clock it.
If you like this part of the show, make sure you let us know in the rewatch. All right. So that was good, Slim. I like that. I like that. All right.
Like
So
they say.
whichever one you ready to go to first, and that's what we'll do.
Okay.
And I'm ready when you are.
So now that we don't got y'all situation going out the way, I mean, y'all just gotta pay attention. I mean, like I said, if you don't like politics or whatever, I don't like it. But nowadays we have to pay attention to it because man, it is so much stuff going on. Not with just a toxic ass president that's up there. The world is going toxic. The kids is losing their damn mind. The parents is not paying attention. The parents out there doing some crazy ass shit. Now, it have been since I've been out the air, I know I'm glad I really, really appreciate you all for tuning in, to my reruns, some of the ones that, we redid and y'all gave me a lot of support on that. I really appreciate that. Y'all was still hanging in there with me, even though I wasn't live, but trust and believe I was in the background and I was trying to make some statements. But on some of those things. I couldn't do it because that medication say, no, 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 you can't go there no more. I had to go to sleep. But anywho, man, just imagine your child from the day they got home through the first day of school, kindergarten, you know, first grade, they graduate fifth, sixth, seventh, and now they are seniors. They have done 12 consistent years in school. They made it. You is so proud of your child. Your child is so proud that they had the sponsors behind them, whether it was the mother, the father, the grandmother, the sister, the brother, whoever it was, they had someone that was there with them to, have their back when they was going through the trials and tribulation or going through school. We had some of the meanest ass little badass bastard kids, okay? Because I had to go there because y'all know y'all kids is bad. Then y'all talking about my child not bad. Why you be sending them kids to school outside? Them kids be sick and y'all still send them to school because you don't want to deal with they little badass at the house. It's another conversation. But anyways, you are so proud of your child because with everything that child had went through trying to get through life. I mean, nowadays you have I want to say like sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade kids that's in accidental shooting. Now, I was looking at this thing on news yesterday, matter of fact. Yeah, yesterday. And they had a shooting at a house. A 19-year-old shot an 18-year-old accidentally. You know what happened? That was sad. But while I'm telling you this, because the guy that was doing the investigation and was making a statement, he said there's no such things as accidentally shooting, especially when you are at the age from 12 to 17, 18, 19, and up. You have access to that weapon. You know what that weapon would do. So if you can get access to that weapon and you put in your hand and you pum somebody, unlive somebody, it could have been accident because you could have just trying to show a person. You do not have the knowledge of the safety of that weapon. So he say no. I don't say that it's an accidentally shooting. And I kind of thought about that, and I'm like, that's kind of rude. Why would you say that? And then I actually thought about it. I grew up in a house that had a pum in every room, and we as kids knew not to touch that pum unless we was accommodated, or we had an adult to sit up there and say, "Hey, well, I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'm gonna show you how to handle this weapon." If nobody showed us that, or nobody, they said don't touch, and we did not touch. Okay, that pum was like, you touch it, it's like no, you don't touch that. You pass that bad boy like it's part of that corner of that room. You did not touch it. So when I thought about it like that, then I was like, you know what? He's right. He's right. Okay. Well, that happened in Houston, and to my knowledge, with that, the 19-year-old went to the hospital with the 18-year-old, and allegedly the 18-year-old got shot in the head, but in critical condition, to my knowledge of yesterday. That was not in my story, but since I had, I was trying to give y'all an example, it just came up. Okay, so you know how I am. It's Slim J, just my opinion, my damn show, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I want y'all to know. Okay, so I'm gonna carry on. Now, again, your child have went through K all the way to the 12th grade. Graduation. Oh my God. For this young adult, graduation is like a wedding, okay? Because now you got two things that you need to concentrate on. One, you know that you graduating. You are so excited. Your parents, whoever is there that has supported you throughout your life to get to the 12th grade, they supporting you. And a lot of us don't have the money that we need to make sure that that child get everything that they want. We are more focused on the things that they need for that graduation, for that prom. And these things are hot as hell. Okay? I mean, you know. Graduation. You need a cap and gown. You need that's the cap, the gown. If you want to wear just extra little stuff, don't be the valedictorian. You go get some more stuff. And then you have to think about the clothes underneath, the shoes, the hairstyle, the haircut. You want to look sharp as the old school say, a clap doctor. You got to be sharp. For the prom. The prom is for a female. That's like the wedding. You got the hair, the makeup, the nails, the toes, the dress, the shoes. The young men's, the haircut, the tuxedo, the shoes. This is expensive. This, like, when I was coming up, we was talking about $300 to $500. These kids are talking about 1,000 to 6,000. They going high. And I mean, I'm talking about, they going G'd up. And some of these kids that was blessed to graduate high school, that was blessed to even go to the prom, could not and cannot afford these certain items, but they're going to make it work. Their family, their loved ones are going to make it work. Hell, some of them were paying light bill, gas bill, because they was trying to make sure they got what they could get. Yes. Uh-oh, baby's Garfield in the house. She said tiara, the ring, the yearbook. And see, I mean, it is so many items that you want to do for your child. And you sit up there and you focus on this day. Some people are able to, save between the ninth to the 12th grade, to save money, or from the 11th grade to, the 12th grade, okay? Because these kids are doing them. Your child can get up to the 11th or 12th grade, and when it's time for them to graduate, they F up. And the whole dream that you had for them is gone down the drain. They done went to jail, or they done got killed. I'm keeping it real, okay? But for those who are blessed to see these days, to get, the diploma, to get to go to the prom. Some of us, or some of them, can get some of the things that they want for the graduation and the prom, because hell, some of, we want, back in the days when I was there, everybody, we go in and get the limo. These kids don't want limos no more. They want Bentleys. They want, Corvettes, and for you to rent. Okay? And you know damn well when you rent these vehicles for these children, whew, those high priced cars, you rent them. You do not own them. And you send your child out there that you say is responsible, but they are kids. And when kids get around kids and they get, hype and hey, make it spin, make it do, shit can go down. It can happen. So you got to think about all this stuff, but you want to make your child happy on their special day because they made you happy to bring you that high school diploma home. Because there is so many kids that's dropping out of school way back in the 90s, and now the percentage of kids is higher. I know it could be like when I came from, I'm gonna say, just hypothetical speaking, it could have been like, just say, a 30%. I bet you now, and I don't know for sure, but I bet you now the percentage of kids dropping out of school between the ninth and 11th grade, we ain't gonna say the 12th. I bet you that sucker's setting up about 85% or 90. I bet you that. So out of that 95%, out of 100, 95% of them, it's only, you see what I'm saying? 4% that maybe, graduate. Not saying that's true. I'm just saying that's just my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to give y'all an example. But the thing is, you focus on those kids that have made it to the top and graduated and got their high school diploma and get to go to the prom. You want to make sure that that day is special for them. Is I mean, like everything, just like when a female get married, a man get married, and they so happy because this is a day that you're gonna look good. It's certain days that you're gonna look good. And if you my kind of people, on Easter, we're gonna go out there and get that dress or that whatever. We're gonna look sharp to go to church. I ain't been to church the whole year. But on Easter, then you want to go to church because you want to show out your Easter suit. At a wedding, you want to do that. At a prom, you want to do that. Hell, even people go to people's funeral. Why is you looking better than the man or the woman that's in that damn casket? No, I'm just playing. But you
Next
know,
on that. But we're kind of
just
getting
saying.
backed up on the chat, so you want to go ahead
Okay.
and check that real quick?
Yeah, y'all check that, and I'm finna go turn this porch light on because I don't want the boogeyman to get me. I'm still here. I
Okay,
can hear you, so just go ahead.
gotcha. Okay, so first off, guys, thank you for everybody showing up from everywhere. Our day ones, our people that's here just for fun, and the untouchable empire. We appreciate all you guys. So let me do this because we want to have a good quality show. So I'm gonna get on camera just for a second while Slim is not here, and then we'll go from there. So let me see. How do I do this? Let's take her down. There we go. All right. Hey, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. First off, we want to shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes in the building. Red Lipstick Vibes. If y'all don't know, TBH does a show with her on Wednesday, but she has a lot of other shows too. So if you have a hard time sleeping, go ahead and get with her. She's gonna do some scary, spooky, little X Files type stuff with y'all late at night. Y'all have fun with that because I got a poor constitution when it comes to being scared. So you can check her out on Monday, also Wednesday, all that good stuff too. And she says, let's see. She says that graduation is all about money, money. And then baby Scorpio, day one, came through and said the tassel, the ring, the yearbook, etc. And then Red Lips Survive comes back in and said, yes, they're spending over $1,000 easy. And then we got a question in the chat for Slim, and Slim is back now, so I'm gonna drop down and pull her back up. But the question is, speaking of graduation and cars, what do you think about the young lady whose mom bought her a car for her graduation and gave it to her on her graduation, and she didn't want it? So I'm bringing it back to you, Slim. You tell us what you think about that.
Ooh, Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, Jesus. Lord, see, we're gonna pray. Because let me tell you something. I don't know if woman, this young woman, if she was single,
Mm-hmm.
but I know she was the kind of woman that went out there and got her education and got the vehicle that she wanted to drive, that she can afford. Okay. Now she made sure that this young lady, as I say, with all the graduation supplies, the prom supplies, she got everything. Okay. You got everything that you want and probably desire. But you got a Hyundai and it was brand new. Nobody ever drove it. Okay. Paid cash for. And your college is paid for. That little girl, she was spoiled. That little girl, I assume, just Slim J, just my opinion, I assume that little girl was spoiled. And she assumed because maybe the lifestyle her parent or her mother showed her while she was growing up, she felt that she should get this type of vehicle because the lifestyle that she was living. So sometimes when we give our kids everything they want, they don't know how to accept the things that'll help you through life. Like if you give me everything I want, then why am I gonna sit up here and get a job? Or why am I gonna sit up here and drive something less than what I think I should? Or when I think I'm a Louis Vuitton, or what we're gonna use a car. If I think I'm a damn Bentley and you buy me this Hyundai, then oh no, see, you disrespecting me. That's how I feel the little girl felt. You know what I'm saying? But I felt that she had some stuff going on in her head where she thought that this is the way you raised me, so I should get what I want instead of I should be able to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like I should be able to choose a vehicle that I want, and I think you should buy it for me. Little girl, helpful. I'm glad you graduated from high school. You got your high school diploma. Your college is paid in full, baby. You could have bought me a damn Pinto with a fifth wheel. It could have been five different damn colors as long as it was going to A to Z. Hell, it better can go to C. It was paid for, my college was paid for, and I don't have to worry about this, and I don't have to pay no bills, and I can still stay at home. Man, and my mom probably would got rid of my ass right now. I would have still been at home. Because I'm living a lifestyle I want to live. But that little girl she ain't appreciate it. You know why? Because she never had to work for anything. They didn't give her that, you know, baby. When I got 16, you know what they told me? You pretty much grown. You can get a job. I still gotta go to school. Yep, you go to school, but you need to learn how life is without me. You need to learn how to be independent. You need to know how the world works and me not giving you every damn thing. So I feel that that little girl was thinking that, you know, if you driving, what there was a Wagner she was driving, her mother. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a Wagner. I think she drove, you know, that little, the Wagner that,
The Wagoneer?
yeah, the Wagoneer. That's it. That the regular ass thing. I mean, I don't much understand why, but that's she. Hey, she bought it. She could afford it. That's what happened. But that little girl should have appreciated what her mother did for her. Me personally, I would have got my child that vehicle, paid her college off, and gave her a
It
brand
was
new
a
car,
G Wagon.
a
Shout out
G
to
wagon.
Baby Scorpio.
Okay, thanks, baby Scorpio. Um, I done gave you a vehicle that's paid for. Your college is paid for, and you didn't not accept the gift that I gave you. Guess what? I'll put that little or whatever the little car that the mama drive, because I'm sure it wastes a lot of gas. And that would be my vehicle that I'll be driving back and forth to work. Let you see the vehicle that I bought your little selfish, unappreciated ass. This vehicle, you don't want it? Okay, I'm finna drive it. Okay? And you need to ride? And I'm gonna show her some hardcore the world life now. Because you 18, you done graduated, you getting ready to go to college, which you already paid for. I can't get my money back for that. Okay. I'm gonna show you the world. I'm gonna show you that hardcore love that I didn't show it to you. I did a little bit too much for you because you don't appreciate the value of just having a vehicle. You got these kids that made straight A's. I'm talking about barely, they probably had to wear the same kind of pants, the clothes through from ninth grade to the 12th grade or whatever, couldn't afford half of the stuff that you have, and you little bad, ungrateful heifer don't want that, baby. I'll be driving the hell out of mama. Can you take me, Metro? Can you give me some, job? Baby, I will show her what the world is all about, and I know it's hard. It's easier to say than done. But when you do not appreciate something that I worked my ass off to make sure that you made it through school and got everything that you wanted in life, and you do not appreciate the vehicle that I bought you for cash, you gonna sit up here. I'm gonna show you how the world is. I'm going to give you that love that I forgot to show you. Cause you ungrateful at this point. And you know what? It's the mama fault. It's the daddy fault or whoever. Because like I said, they gave their child everything that child want and not really let that child see what's going on with life. Stop giving your kids every damn thing they want. I want this. I want that. I need this. I need that. Let these kids work for that. If the kid make a good grade, then yeah, show them some kind of love in it. Don't sit up here just because they won't, just because you want your child to keep up with the damn Joneses over here. You sitting up here living like you got to carry on when you only make tuna fish money. That's my mama stuff right there. Okay, I mean that's what you're doing. But this woman was she had the money, and that child was ungrateful. So when you are ungrateful and you don't know how it is to not have, then I'm finna welcome you to the real world. Welcome to the real world. Because guess what? These people out here, they don't give a damn about you. Mama and daddy do. Grandma and grandfather do. These people out there here in this real world don't give a damn about you. Nothing you looks, shape, intelligent don't care about you. So now I have to show you that real love that I should have shown you when you was coming up. So you can appreciate the little things, as you would call it, because you think you should get a Mercedes a BMW. You ain't wait for no damn Mercedes or BMW. You just coming out of high school. What the hell you think, baby? Give me 2 3 years in college. Get you a job and trade that Honda that's paid cash. You ain't gotta pay no notes on it. You trade that in when you get your job and you get your career going. Shit, that's the start of a car. Because most people in college right now, they own Match or Row or Time and Jerry, and you know who that is, left and right. Heifer better not, baby. She come in my child. I've been driving that damn car every day in her face. Mama, I need to go here. Metro. Mama ain't got no money. Job. Hello. So what the chat say about that? Because I know they clicking over there. I saw them.
So, Baby Scorpio says, speaking of graduation and cars, what do you think about the young lady? Okay, we already got that one. She said, plus her college was paid for. Then she also comes back and says, baby, that young lady said, you should have gotten me a BMW or a Mercedes Benz. Young lady, you're out of control. You need, you don't have a job. So, who's going to keep the maintenance up? And then she follows up by saying, I said the same thing. I'll drive the vehicle myself. And we are caught up. So we already have one video in the back right here, but if you want to go another direction, just let me
Okay.
know.
No, so with back on this, and like I said, it's a lot of, things that's going on. It's getting close to the summertime. Summer's not until what, June the 21st, 22nd, somewhere like that. Well, anywho, the thing is that the kids are graduation. I mean graduating from school. They going to proms. They are excited. They happy. The kids don't have to go back to school. Some of them taking a little break. Some of them going to college. Some of them going to trading school. And some of them is just going home, not doing a damn thing. Don't have no care in the world because they have some of those parents that oh, baby, until you think about what you want to do, then you can just stay here. Not with me. No, the hell you can't. If you ain't going to school and you got no job, I can't be taking care of grown folks. I need you to know what the world and the responsibility is. This damn bug keep on flying across here. But anywho, I'm gonna catch his ass in a minute. That's the thing that parents, kind of mess up on. And I get it. You want your child to have everything that you did not have. You want them to have the experience that you did not have. Now with these kids, they in high school, which we was there once upon a time. We had our little high school sweetheart and I'm gonna marry them, and we gonna have kids, and we gonna do this, and then by time what 10 or 11th grade, you be like, baby, I don't talk to him no more. Now, with that said, this young lady having the time of her life went to the prom. Everybody, know the family member was happy. I love that time of the year, and you
Are we
want.
talking about do we have the same video up? Because you said young lady.
Yeah, yeah, the video you have now, I'm
Yeah,
finna
okay.
come. Yeah,
Okay,
the video
gotcha.
you have now. They always going to this prom, they having fun. Look how this young man look. You so happy for that young man, how he look. He is G'd up. He is sharp in attack. You send your baby out to have fun, the time of their life, and to get a phone call and not knowing, or knowing that your child is not coming home to you from the one of their special days in their life. Because graduate from high school, the special day, well, no, the prom, and then graduate from high school. These young kids lost their life behind toxic relationship. We haven't even got to know our body 100%, but we sit up here and we get in these deep relationship, and it costs us our lives. Let's get into this and see what y'all think about this, y'all, because it's so many. I mean, I can cover a bunch of these stories, but it's so many of these stories with just the prom night where kids, babies, have got their life taken away from them because of toxic relationship or because of jealousy. Because the kids is jealous of what you have. The same shit that the adults are doing today, the kids are now doing it as much as the adults. Isn't that sad? Let's get it. Let's go.
Family says an 18-year-old was shot and killed over the weekend after attending his prom. This is Ladanian Cathy. Police responded to the scene at a gas station early yesterday morning, and the motive is still unclear, but our Memphis partner station, WREG, has reported on several shootings in recent weeks involving high school students celebrating the end of the school year.
See, just I mean, just having fun. Like I said, when I was coming up, well, I went to so many proms. By the time I got to my prom, I ain't much get to make it, but I went to so many of them. But our thing was we would rent a limo. Like it would be maybe 4 couples, and everybody put in so much money to get the limo, and then we'll drive down, or the limo driver will drive us to Galveston, Texas, to the beach. We in our prom dresses that either we rent, we got somebody to make it for us, or we bought it, and the shit was high, either or. If you rent your prom dress, then 1 out of 10 you're gonna change your clothes in the limo, or at some little gas station. And if you thought you was all that, you got that money, you go out there in the water in your prom dress because you bought it and all that. Yeah. And then if your body made it for you, depends if you have to pass it down to a sister or a cousin. We had to do that too. But to for somebody to take your life because of an argument, because you jealous, or because they outfit look better than yours, or because they flashing money. This is the same shit that the grown-ups doing. Y'all see this? Y'all say history repeat itself. It does. But history is starting to repeat itself very, very quickly. When I was coming up in those days, history repeat itself, but it went from like 5 or 6 years before we may end up wearing something that my mama wore back in her days, or a hairstyle she wore back in her. It came years later. But the way these kids are acting now, the drugs, the relationship, the stealing, the killing, the robbing, the shooting up, these kids is doing too much. The girls are getting pregnant at a young age. They so proud. They haven't really got to live their life. They like, what, 17, 18. They already pregnant. They graduated. They went to prom. But now that's when from kid to mommy to a relationship. The relationship is toxic. And then you have more stuff going on. You had a Memphis team, Charlie shot. on prom night. Like what? I remember I went to a prom and I did have a boyfriend. I went to a prom with one of my co-workers. We worked together, and my boyfriend showed up and, oh, what you y'all going with, baby? I'm going. I went, and you need to move around. We is not married. I mean, we it just can't be that serious right now. You went on by your business, but these people act like you is married to them. They act like they own you at a young age. You don't know if you're gonna be with that person the next year. You don't. I mean, people mind change, especially when you're young. You sitting out here trying to do extra stuff you ain't got no business doing. And some of them is focused on going to college. Some of them focus on other things than a relationship. They may be serious, but not that serious. Well, you gotta take my life, or I gotta take your life. These kids are doing some extra stuff. They young. Another example that happened here in Houston. Think she was 17-year old, boyfriend 20. She unalive him. 17? Oh, you cheating on me? Okay. I got something for you. We quit. But you can't do that. You know why? Because they want to do just like the men's. Mm-mm. I scratch that. Like these other boys that say they grown. They want to go out there and be with this woman, be with that woman, be with the, and then they want the little girl, what they call a main piece, to sit at the house, not go nowhere. But you can go do everything you want to do. But we're not married. We haven't even made it out of high school yet, and you already done had a child, trying to, take care of your child, trying to go through school. Then you get through school, you go to the prom, you having a good time, you trying to live a child life and then live adult life at the same time. And then you get back sucked in with this toxic ass person that you dealing with, and they take your life. They unlive you. I had another case in New Orleans. Killed, oh, unalive his girlfriend, and then unalive himself. Not even much. I think they not past 19. What are we doing? Why our kids are in a situation or a toxic situation with a relationship? Why? Why is my 17-year-old daughter or 17-year-old son is going through depression? Can't eat, can't sleep, losing weight because of his or her girlfriend or boyfriend having them going through this. Why is kids going through some toxic ass shit like that? Why is it that the parents don't see that their kids are going through this toxic relationship? What y'all think about that question, chat? Why the parents or the guardians do not see the stress and the depression that their teen child is going through?
While we waiting for the chat to respond, because we are in a delay, by a few, I think almost like 20 seconds or so, just
Mhm.
because it makes the stream a little bit more cleaner. I'll say that most of the time, the new parents don't care. Like the young
Mhm.
parents don't care. They don't care about what their kid said because that kid did not produce what they wanted, or either that kid is not what they wanted. So what I mean by
Yes.
that is they didn't want the kid, now they stuck with the kid, or they were trying to use the kid to keep a relationship intact, and that failed.
Mhm.
So I know that's kind of doom and gloom, but a lot of people, that's it. If you're not able to have that type of connection with your kid, that's the only two reasons I would see.
Right. Okay. So, what do you think about the the kids that have a lot of access to social media? How long do you think a child should have time on their phone or their tablet on a school night? And what would be a popular time or a decent time for a child to go to school on on a school night?
Okay, so I don't have an approximated value. I actually know the value at my house. So at my house, they don't get more than 15 minutes every other day throughout the week. On
Okay.
Saturdays when they can have it the most, we just allow my 9-year old to be able to call because we have like this Alexa in the kitchen,
Mhm.
so he can call me. He's been calling and texting me uh, at work now. So
Okay.
we put a little phone line on his iPad or his little Android tablet, whatever, so he can talk to his friends and stuff. But that's restricted even more heavily. Like he got to
Okay.
ask for permission, then he has to go to the office and use it in the office. But when he comes out, that device stays in there. So, I mean, we're really tight when it comes to that stuff on our side because we don't want them to become too stagnant. We do let them have them on the weekend. We do have like game nights and stuff where they can play if they like on that, or they can play with me on the Xbox or whatever. But we try to keep it as close as possible. And the reason why, don't mean to be long winded, but the reason why is because they are on a laptop almost all day anyway at school.
Mhm.
Because most of their stuff, they have their own little iPad at school. Everybody has a laptop here at home. They do homework online. The homework kind of resembles like games sometimes for them. So it's like
Mhm.
you got to try to limit their screen time as much as possible. So hope that made sense.
It
Uh,
does.
baby, baby Scorpio also said not paying attention to that child. Most of the parent are afraid of their child or children.
Mhm.
And shout out to Zyrex in the building. Hey Zyrex from the Untouchable Empire.
Sorry. Hey,
Zyrex,
Zarex. Thanks for
Zyrex,
tuning in.
how ask that question again, Slim, for Zyrex, because he'll be able to
Okay,
answer it.
Zarex, how long and how often? No, okay, so how long will you let your child be on social media during a school night, and what would be the proper time your child will go to sleep on a school night?
I didn't answer that part. My kids go to sleep at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay, yeah, you
That's
did.
why sometimes I be late. Cause
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. So me, I think that during the school week, you have a certain time to be on your device. I feel like when you get out, it's a lot of parents that's busy, go to work, and their days are busy. Um, with that said, if you're a single parent, I feel that, you know, okay, with the age, um, we'll go middle school, okay? Because see, middle school to me, that's kind of when the kids getting a little cocky and have crushes on the opposite sex or maybe the same sex. We don't know. But I feel that they should
Hey
have
yo,
I feel that they should have, maybe. 30 minutes to an hour. Okay. Uh, I feel like I don't give a damn if you 16, 17, 9 o'clock. Yep. You need everything done no later than 10 because I understand once like 16, 17, 18, you have other things that's going on. Okay. I give you a little extension, but I can't not give you too much extension because see, what I have found out and hanging around different people, their the social media is their child babysitter. Okay. It's to entertain their child while they doing whatever the heck they doing, and that keeps their child out of their face. You say, "Hey, I want you in the bed at 8 o'clock," so therefore we need to take up. You get your dinner. Well, schoolwork, home, the homework. You get your dinner, take a shower, and then you ready for bed. So you do all that. Do you make a schedule for that for them to be into that bed at 8 o'clock, or we like
Oh,
7 o'clock?
for me,
Yeah, do we crunch the time? Like we, do this, do that, and then 8 o'clock I need you laying down.
so my oldest knocks out. Like he don't really have a choice in the matter. He like his daddy. When a certain time hit, he out.
All right.
Now the youngest, mm, he's in there.
Yeah.
So yes, we are on a schedule. We
Right.
try to have dinner done. Well, my wife tried to have dinner done by 6:30, 7, and
Mm-hmm.
then after they eat, then it's pretty much time to start wrapping it up. They take their baths or whatever before dinner,
Right.
and then they brush their teeth after. Um, Depending on when they get home, because we got a lot of activities, right? So
Exactly.
one kid is doing swimming, then the other kid is doing gymnastics the other day, and then the kid that swims goes back again, and then soon he'll be doing his horseback riding again. So they almost have something every day. So as soon as they get out of school, they come home, they have a snack, and then it's either I'm taking one somewhere and they're staying with the other parent, or the other parent's taking the other one somewhere, or taking both. Just depend on the time. So by the time we get back, it's time for the dinner to be cooked, and we just keep it rolling. So
Yeah. And see, that's another thing. When your child is in a lot of activities or in activities, then that helps you because that kind to me personally, I feel that they give that child, a team player. They give that
hmm
child, to know like I can't win every time. You know, you get to interact with other kids your age, and we all on a positive level. We, even though we may lose or whatever, it may be a little negative going on, but you with a positive. But a child that don't have no activities, or they would, they just they have only a time frame to do what they can do because it's only them and their parent, that one parent. If it's a mother or a father or grandmother, whoever, then everything kind of get loose. When like how the grandmothers are. Oh, you say I want them in the bed at 8 o'clock, and they at grandma's house, and grandma don't went to sleep by 7:30. Oh, she's sleeping. We're gonna, what I'm saying. So when you have things like that, it kind of throws it off. But my thing is, it's everything start from the house, and I feel that these kids, they have grown and have that puppy love, as they call it, when I was coming up, and fall in love with the opposite sex, or like I said, maybe the same sex, however it is for them. But they have found that attention with a person outside of the household that can sometimes get them doing things that they don't want to do, things they want to do, and act out and get into stuff. And then they feel that, you giving them, that person is giving them that love, that support. So they fall in love with that person because that person is showing them what they want and what they miss. And now that child is in love with that person or think they in love with that person. And when that person that they fell in love with
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be with them no more, or they feel that they don't found something else or something better, then these kids don't know how to accept
All right, you got some reactions going on
rejections.
in the chat.
So
You got some,
rejection.
yeah, you
So
got some reactions going on. So
let's see what
Zyrex
y'all
answered
say.
your question. She
Okay.
said, "My kids are preteen. They get no more than 3 hours on school day. Bed by 9:10." Then she says, "But there's no exact schedule. We're pretty flexible, But as long as they get the necessary done, like chores, homework, shower, clothes, ready for school, and all the good stuff, it's all good." But then she says, when you were doing your dialogue, she said outside influences. So what do you mean by outside influences to the family, Slim?
Because like I just explained,
Mm-hmm.
those kids, these are we're going with the teams now. These teams are getting attention from, like I said, the little girlfriend, the little boyfriend, or whatever they prefer. Then they getting that attention that they not getting at home, whether it's love or whether it's just somebody just showing them support or paying attention to something that they're interested in. So now they don't fell in love, the little puppy dog love. Okay. And now they start dating, they buying little gift and, trying to show the adult kind of attention that they see on TV, the adult romance that they see on TV, or they see within the house, or they see outside of the house. And they move on up into life and probably still dating the same person, or, talking to the same person. And then somebody, whether it's the little girl or the little boy, decide they don't want to be with them no more. They want to be with somebody else. They don't seen Sally Sue over here, or they don't seen Mike over here, and now I'm into Michael right now, or I'm into Sally Sue right now. So everything that you grew up with me, we was lovey dovey, we was, going out to the movies and doing that. It is gone. So either the little girl or the little boy cannot accept it. They cannot accept rejection. And they can't go and talk to, excuse me, the mother, the father, the guardian, whatever. And so now their mind state, because of social media, most of the time, and sometimes the surroundings, then now, excuse me, they start thinking crazy things. They start having crazy thoughts. The relationship is starting to get toxic. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. It started getting toxic. Hold up. I don't have no more juice.
So Zyrex also comes back and says that's why it's important to know your child. Do not let your child seek outside validation. So
Exactly. But this is what I'm trying to get to, is that once those kids get to a certain, relationship, or get into a certain relationship, it goes bad. They have a bad breakup. It's a bad heartbreak.
mhm.
Then sometimes they don't have nobody to talk to. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they keep it to themselves and they try to work it out by themselves. And that ends up into a toxic relationship, which have ends up with these Memphis, Tennessee tragedy shooting at the prom.
Mhm.
Um, the guy that was showing his money at the prom got killed. Um, the guy they was in New Orleans, he got upset about his girlfriend and stuff. These are kids; they not even much grown yet. And so, me just making an example is telling y'all that it starts from the house of how we kind of do things. If we on schedule, if we have a problem, we come and talk to mama, daddy, grandma, grandfather, or we have somebody to talk to it, or we may not talk to nobody. Do you have the knowledge throughout your busy schedule to know when your child or kids having a problem or issue? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that some of these parents they thought about that. They just thought about my child graduating. They them going to the prom. I'm gonna buy them this. I got them this and that and everything, and not knowing that little Sue over here done made little Michael mad, or either Michael done made Sue mad, and now I'm upset. I can't do nothing. I don't want to talk to my mom. I don't want to talk to my dad. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm finna go mess off Sue. I'm gonna unlie Sue, or Sue gonna unlie Michael, because we're in a situation that we don't have no business being in anyways. But this is where we are right now, because we thought we was in love. We thought that we was gonna get married after school, after college, have kids, and we're gonna live the fantastic dream life together. But now Michael done got interested in somebody else over here. Sue done got interested in somebody over here, and it have brought some toxic stuff going on with us, and we don't know how to deal with that situation. So
Fact.
this is how we end up with these problems at proms, at graduation, at gatherings after school. We just had a little a party that I think it was 200 people showed up at this little rich kid house, and this did not supposed to happen. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. How much time do you and your kids stay to, talk? How many times, or how many times you see your child or kids have problems and you don't talk to them, because you be like, I'm gonna talk to them later, and not knowing what's going on, because not only think about the toxic relationship goes on with these kids also have self problems inside, where they are taking their life a lot now, because of the bullying at school, or at work, or just in general, or something going on in the household. So how often do you just sit down in a room with your child or your kids, and without the TV, without the cell phones, and how you just sit up in there and y'all can be just playing some pity pat? How often do people do that now, where they can actually sit down and just play cards and say, hey, how was your day? Hey, I see you made a good grade on your report card. Oh, you really doing good in sports. If these young kids do not have the sponsors to support them throughout all those years from K to 12. And then when it's time for prom and the graduation, everything is good, but those kids is already damaged. When they get out there in the real world, they not gonna know how to appreciate it. Just like that little heifer, her mama bought her a car. She's not ready for the real world, to my knowledge, because she was already having that silver spoon in her mouth.
Mm.
She got, she already like, so whatever come to me, or whatever man come to me, if you can't come 5,000, then you need to keep it moving. With these kids that don't have these graduations, and I mean, like, the prom, I mean, these are big things for these kids. Okay, it's big. Why in the hell is it that it's big for these kids to do all this, and then they not stupid? Kids are very smart now, because you know why? They got AI. They got they got a computer. Everybody walk around with a computer on their side, they hand, all day, every day. They know what to do. They know how to ask it. The social media, what's going on, whatever. So these kids are not stupid. Well, why are these kids so depressed and so frustrated, and so stressed out? They haven't even stepped out to the real world, where they have to pay bills and car notes and insurance and go to work. Real responsibility. Why we haven't got those kids yet to that level, but they are here in a toxic relationship that you have not paid attention to, and they go out there and they unlive their little girlfriend or their little boyfriend and then their self. Why are we there?
Hmm.
Can anybody tell me?
Well, I mean, if I had to be
Uh,
100% honest, I would say it has a lot to do with social media, but not in the way that people think.
right.
I think that social media allows you to find the tribe that you are in at that moment. Meaning, if you feeling bad, right, and you
Mm,
want to keep feeling bad, then you go to YouTube Music or whatever, and you find some sad music, right?
right.
I think
Mm-hmm.
instead of it just being the music that you can find now, you can actually find a group of sad people which
Right.
influence each other. On the flip side, I think that unfortunately, abusers and abusees find each other too,
Yes.
and I think they just feed into each other. So I think that that's one example, well, two examples of how social media can actually be detrimental. And then, like you said, these kids now, they were born with a supercomputer by their side. Most of their
Mm-hmm.
social time is on the computer or on the phone. So
Mm-hmm.
being connected with someone now means let me get your Snapchat. It don't mean
Mm-hmm.
let me call you or let me meet you at the stop sign down the corner so we can go to the corner store. It
Mm-mm.
don't mean that no more. It means send me a picture of you on
Mm-hmm.
Snapchat because it's gonna disappear. I bet you won't.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean it's different.
Yeah. And then when I know what you doing, and I say, "Oh, this is my little boyfriend."
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But think
on
about it,
social
Slim.
media giving all this information, and then it's another little girl say, "No, that's my boyfriend." Me and him been dating, and then we is into a whole one life to live General Hospital, the world turns episode
But it
of some
is though.
BS.
It is though because these girls are sending videos and pictures of themselves to a dude, so they feel like they're connected to him, and that's even
Exactly.
if they don't do anything physical.
Mm-hmm.
But if you send a
Exactly.
picture or a video to a YN, he gonna try you, and you already sent it. So why wouldn't you? So y'all literally are in a relationship. Like
Exactly.
it's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's when that's when these so-called men's, so-called fathers, if you don't want them to do the things, because I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all got pressure, some of y'all was just trying to see how y'all get y'all game up, or but you got to
Mhm.
think about, see, life is history. It repeats itself regardless of what you think. So you have a daughter, and you know you used to do some crazy shit back in the days. You already know the game. So you need to hook your daughter up to like, look, baby. Now I know I wasn't a perfect father, or whatever. But let me tell you what can happen, or how little youngsters will play. You know, the women's when they know that they don't have the father in their life, and it's a lot of women that got played and screwed over and stuff like that, heartbreaking. It goes both ways. So with that said, try to give your child some knowledge of real life instead of the pretend life or what you see on TV or what you see on social media. You understand what I'm saying? Or what you think should happen. I'm 17-year old and I know that the dude that I'm talking to, I've been talking to him for 2 years. I get on Facebook and he been talking to this other girl for 3 years. They got a baby on the way. Wait a minute, but he be at my house all the time. Now we done turn into a soaps because we airing our business out on social media. And everybody that's around us, that's our supposed to be friends, or people just nosy, then now they hyping shit up. Now this done turn into not a child's play no more, it'll turn into adult play plus some extra. So now we getting real deep and hard about this situation because it's heartbroken. It's some extra stuff going on. We don't know how to handle this information and the stuff that's going on with us. So we do what we see or what we think that needs to be done. And that may be unliving you and myself, unliving you and the other person. Don't know how I'm gonna think about it. But either or, my whole world have got crushed behind something that I was not educated on. I wasn't helped because I was going through some stuff, but the person or the people that was around me wasn't paying no attention to me. They thought everything was good, but I was actually hurting. And I just didn't know how to, to talk to my parent or my guardian. That's when shit like this gets bad. So that's how we end up with kids that's getting killed, haven't even made it out of high school yet, haven't got their first job, first car, first apartment, their own independence. Because somewhere through there, mom and daddy, grandmother, whoever, they would support me through school. They had my back through school. I got good grades. I played sports. I kept everything going. I done went to the prom. I went to the graduation. And the day I get ready to get out that prom or graduation, I get unalive because I didn't know how to come to a person or to come to the people that was supporting me. I did not know how to talk to them because I was so busy trying to deal with it on my own, thinking that I'm grown and I know every damn thing. We done been through there. We don't these the same age that these kids are dying and being in toxic relationship, situations, depression, stress out. We have been there, or we either know somebody that been there. But we don't pay attention to this. You know why? Because we too focused on the world, how fast the world's moving. Have y'all noticed how the months is going, the weeks? You wake up, you're like, man, I know today Tuesday. No, today is actually Wednesday, or today is Thursday.
Oh, it's next
Things,
Monday.
yeah, things are moving so fast until we getting caught up with social media. We getting caught up in our jobs. We getting caught up in so many things that's going on, but we can't stop. We sit in the house. A lot of us sit in the house, be in a room with it could be 4 people in the room. And I'm gonna tell you how I know. Because I have done it. Be 4 people in the room. The TV is on. Everybody damn head is down looking at their damn cell phone. We ain't conversation, the TV just on. What happened to when you get home from work, when you get home from school, you eat, you talk, you have fun. Then when you get to you take your shower, you get to your room, you depart from everybody, then you get on your cell phone and everything. Man, you could be in there, you on a cell phone. Your man laying on you, or you laying on your man or whatever, and y'all both on y'all cell phone. What the hell going on with that shit? Social media, everything is just getting our attention, but except the thing that's in front of us. And that's what's going on with our kids. Your kids is there hollering, screaming for you. They just don't know how to ask you because they think they are adults. They taking on adults' responsibility as far as trying to be in a relationship. Trying to be you trying to be independent. Y'all out here having babies. The grandmas in their 20s and their 30s. You see what's going on? Stop, think about it, and still show your child support. Still have your child back. But take out time to be with your child and to see if they're going through something. Yeah, they can, like I said, they can be making A's and B's, going through college, not missing excuse me, going through high school, not missing a beat, but hurting like a mother ducker. And you almost take the knowledge out to even ask, is everything okay? Yeah, mama, everything okay? You say, oh, I know my child, Gary, my child ain't gonna do that. Well, really? Do you know your child? Or you just saying that? Because you haven't really took out time to see if your child need anything, if your child really hurting. Your child, you know what? I told somebody this today, because at my job, excuse me, we have numerous of language. You got English, you got Spanish, you got, it's just numerous of language, okay? I said, I don't give a if what kind of language you speak. that mother ducking body language will be the same. If look at it, that means I got an attitude. It don't matter what language I speak. My body language is gonna tell you how I feel. You don't have to speak no kind of language. So y'all pay attention to that. I am so glad that y'all tune in. Like I said, y'all pay attention to y'all kids. This is a time that every child that's graduating and going to the prom should be happy. You know, everybody can't go to the prom. Everybody can't afford to go to the prom. You know, if it's somebody that you know you can help, a lot of these kids are struggling. And again, like I said, these kids are very mean. They think, just because your mama can afford to buy you Jordans and the child that, can get Jordans. I really was glad that the schools decide to do uniforms so we won't get teased on the clothes that we wear. It's the knowledge that counts. Hanging out there in the streets and your pants half off your ass, your skirts is way up in your ass. That's not knowledge. That's called imitation. Okay, you sitting up there, you giving people a look. They don't have to guess how your body is made. They don't have to guess about your butt. Nothing. The kids is being too grown with these hairstyles and these clothes, and the little boys is being too grown with these tattoos and these pants hanging. That's just disgusting. Okay, it's not about no style. Your style should be respect yourself. Is your style, not to do what everybody else doing. With that said, I hope you mothers, fathers, grandparents pay attention to your child because they are our future. And from what I'm looking at, and I'm just being so cold and real about this situation right now. The way that these kids are coming up with now, the way they are coming up right now, I'm sorry, we're gonna be fucked. And I mean that from the heart. Because these kids don't give a damn about nothing or nobody. They out here doing what they want to do, and they are corrupting the world because they are learning bad habits from their surroundings. Whether it's the father, the mother, the grandparents, the teachers, whoever they looking up to, we going down the drain. And your president, he got a cherry on top of it. Let's, if it's what you do, let's pray and hope to God and pray to God and have faith in God that we can turn this situation around. Because the way we going right now, we going down a toilet faster than cotton. Okay, and if you seen cotton go down the toilet, you can't much find. Shh. Before we go though, I want to see what the reaction is, and we're gonna get y'all out of here.
Okay. So here we go. Zarek said right, Slim, earlier, and then she also added these comments to it as well. She said that's why it's important to equip our kids with problem solving and emotional control tools. She also follows up by saying that's a fact, no doubt about it. When you were talking about earlier about all the situations that kids have to deal with, and then body language, tone, facial expressions, pay attention to it all. And then she ends it by saying sometimes silence speaks louder than words and body language. So that is everything caught up with it.
Okay. But again, I thank you all for, sticking in there when I wasn't like face to face with you all. I really appreciate all of you all for, being there since day one. I appreciate you new guys for tuning in with me. Slim J, just my opinion.
One second, one
Um,
second. Don't sign off yet. Don't sign off yet. Don't sign off yet. You can keep talking, but don't sign off.
like I said, I really appreciate everybody for just tuning in with me, having my back and everything. Make sure that you just hit that like button, that subscribe button. make sure that not only pay attention to your kids, but pay attention to your spouse because domestic violence is so real. It is so real. The cases are sky high. The domestic violent cases is higher than the crime rate. Okay, they're higher than most of the stuff that's going down because so many people do not know how to handle situations. They do not know how to walk away from situations. And they feel like if it's either you, me, or both of us. Remember, don't look at a pink flag and not pay attention that it's going to turn red. They don't change, it get worse. Try your best to get out the situation that you are in. If you need to talk to someone, talk to someone. And I'm sure in your state, city, or town, you will have a number that help domestic violence people that you can get with, and they can help you get out of that situation. Remember, once you get out that situation, you is no longer a person that needs to talk to that person. That person needs to be out your life and erased. Just like if you erase a word with a pencil. So what you got now?
Just want to do some house cleaning or some rearrangement real quick. So before Slim signs off, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate everything that you do. Make sure you hit a like on the way out. Also, as you can see in the prompt, we just want you to make sure that you subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay. Now, for our people that's watching on the rewatch, we appreciate you. Make sure that you hype the video. Okay. Make sure you hype the video. It's a little button you click, and it hypes the video, and it helps get people out. Okay. It helps get everything squared away. Now, also, we're going to really quickly support because we're going to start doing this on the TBA channel as well. And since we have some untouchables in the crowd right now, we're gonna go ahead and let y'all know what you can be looking forward to. Nino will not be going live tonight. Actually, Nino is going to be going live tomorrow. Nino's going to be going live tomorrow. It's Nino versus Zyrex. So Zyrex actually in the chat with you tonight, Slim. So maybe she's
Okay.
so they're going to be doing that tomorrow. It's going to be live in 22 hours. That's going to be at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So make sure you guys
Great.
are getting with that. And then also, if you want to go back in time real quick after you get done watching this, because you are watching it on the repeat, you can then go check out Cam the Riz guys. She dropped one a day ago. I don't know what she's talking about, but go there and see what she's talking about. And then last but not least, we have the super panel that's going to be going on tomorrow. So make sure that you tune in. Might try to get Slim on one of them super panels, actually.
Okay.
Who knows, man? I mean, get the numbers up, gonna get you in the big league.
Hello.
So yeah, shout out to the Untouchables. Shout out to our day ones. We really appreciate it. And we got a few more. Baby Scorpio, wherever you are, we just appreciate you. First off, let me say you are definitely the accountability for all the shows over here. And
She
I
definitely.
just want you to know that I appreciate you. You have endured the test of time, and we're gonna take care of you. If we don't take care of nobody else, we're gonna take care of you.
Facts.
Also, Zyrex says, thank you for your insight. Sorry I was kind of late, but keep doing it, and she will continue to tune in. So thank you,
Thank you
Zyrex.
very much. Thank you, Zarek. Don't
All
forget to
right.
go over there and check her out though.
Yeah, for real. She did good. She got a little passionate. She might have to tag you in next time. They had out there cursing, and she don't even curse, so she might need to tag you in. You can do it for free.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, Slim, it's on you. Great
So
job tonight.
again, thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like, the share button. Show support. Again, I'm so happy to be back, and I'm gonna try to keep bringing everything I can possibly to you about this domestic violence, about our kids. We got to get these kids back on track, y'all, and also ourselves on track because not only it's with our kids, but it's also with the person that's in your life. If it's something that's not right for you, it's nothing to move on. It may be a little hard, but look up to God. He got you. So with that said, I love you all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to hit me with the like, the support next Thursday at 8:30. No, we're going 8.
And
Peace
go on 8.
out.
I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems.